Yes, John. Badde njagala nnyo okusiga ekifaananyi naddala ku fight ene kuleeta musinyi ebikonde gy'obadde oyogerako gy'ogwamu bugwi baba bagenda oli mu kujoginga gwe nogamba no come and join us, join them, you went away and then n'ozanya fight eyo yali etya wakati awo, how was it?
Fight eyo wenjogera ku Ghetto ndowooza abasinga kuzimanyi mu Uganda ne mu luzungu ndowooza ekyo ekigambo nakya luzungu Ghetto.
Yes.
Nali mbeera mu Ghetto nga mbeera na mikwano gyange oba bayita abaniga kati nga ffe ezo we tukolamu just kutuyanamu kati mba ndi awo zirukamu buddusi byange tusanze ebiseera baali bamuyitawo bugwa kikalakala military band nga dduka nkasozi netumugamba yo bugwa pole natugamba yo mwe temugenda pima mumanyize ntera nnyo okukkiriza ebintu yadde simanyi kyebitegeeza nemugamba tugenda pima
naye nga nekyagamba okupima tomanyi muna pima biki
oba tupima bijanjaalo naye nekisobola ogendayo ebiseera ebyo Amza Sempewo nga tannagenda ebaaliwo tulaba abasajja Zebra Senyange ndowooza yekko oyo mumanyi kooki Zebra abeerawo awo ku weighing scale ayogera ebigambo ebitiisa banayeŋŋamba bannaye oba kyekinzikirisiza okujja wano eno ebiki gwe tonapima genda okole weiti bannange neŋŋamba bannaye nze kati weiti yonna ijja gyenyinikola tukoze weiti nga womanyi naye omuntu yenna ayingira ring olina omuwa respect oba aluzinze oba taluzinze lwakuba short says wezikwata ku mutwe oba ku mbiri wonna wezikutte mwabali eno ebweru era neguba mupiira oyinza ogamba akasajja keesala oba akasajja kekoza omusajja kuba nomala seconds 5 nga tolaba naye ng'owulira erinnya baliyiba olunaku olumu kooki yaŋŋamba lumu baali mu spiring mbu nga omusajja n'amukuba light n'awulira eddoboozi ya maama we nga mugaba agenda oleeta amazzi
naye nga bali mu
spiring kwegamba olaba nti kintu kitwala omuntu obuvumu akimanyi bagenda mukuba naye n'alumba.
So kati fight yennyini eyo bwagizannya onaaba osobola okujjukirako bwawazanya fight mbwagiruzinga nekikomawo
mu boxing kyanjawulo bwe bakubira ng'ogenda oli mulungi
bino ebya nokofu ebyo bakubira ng'ogenda naye kati ekuintroducinga etya mu bikonde wafiiringa otya gwe nga bwozanya fight eyo
nawulira essanyu lwakuba nze nali simanyi ebikonde nga mpulira ne bayita erinnya lyange naye nga ndina opoint ali nengenda nentunulako eri nga ndaba bannaye abantu bawuyita erinnya lyange kyekyo kye nafunamu nga ekyamaanyi ndowooza bye nali nkola byaliyo lwakubeera mu bikonde oyingira bakugambira kukakuba ebiki ebyo byaba byenyini bikutraumatizinga lyako kakimya eki kalabe katono kati nga ffe abasajja tuli batono kakube katiromu kati naye nawulira nga kituufu nina abaana bandaga one love
kati mumbeera after fight ogiruzinze tewagwamu maani didn't let you down at all
nze boxing wange wenkugamba bwentyo abadde wanjawulo nti nno mbadde muzanyanga nga wenkugambe wabubba nembivaako nengenda mu byange nezanyayo ka suicide n'owulirayo wa boda akugambe mwana gwe lemerako gyabeera wakabi nomala ate n'obivaako lwakuba nti nga omanyi there are limited facilities which can enable you to love the sport because most of the people will say that boxing is for thugs, boxing is for people who rob people, but it's not the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that capacity, fight with Malize, Yoga, Jirimu, Katinjaga Togre ku bulamu wano, ojo kutoka kujane yet to becoming a champion. It was 2019 becoming a champion.
2019.
autukawo kyawo preparation zaali zitya challenges zonna ziwayitamu okubanga ofuuka champion kyemanyi tekyali kyangu
yeah ebikonde bino si bya naddala nga tolina muntu akukutteko lwakuba ogenda ku traininga weetaaga emmere weetaaga okunywa weetaaga okwambala weetaaga essimu eyakabi weetaaga obulamu obwakabi weetaaga engoye ezakabi naye ate woddeeka ng'ate webbayo bwebbi ye ne bawulira nti wagenze mu bikonde kati nga battle y'amaanyi. It has been a very big battle because people are praising you that you are talented. You go back home, people are seeing you as someone who has lost his future. So it has been a
thing between the parents or the own people at home with the talent itself or the sport itself.
Sure.
So how do you become the champion? That fight there itself there, that tournament. You just talk about the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was driving you to, because now I was working with a certain company, Nickets, but yet I was about to compete with people who are who have dedicated their life to training. Even at work, I was just sidestepping because no one will employ you and allow you to go and train. I would work, and then peeped and tried to see who is my boss, and then I passed the other side and go to his boss. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And then after that, you go to the gym, and then reaching at the gym, there are also other conflicts. People are telling you that, tell us, are you a member of East Coast or Kolo High Boxing? And you say, why am I battling with these people? Let me give up and just concentrate on working. But it carries determination, being passionate at working, and also looking at the goal, not looking at what you're facing. Yeah.
So, talking about the event itself, how was it? Your opponents?
Yeah, my opponents were very, very talented boys. One threat was Juma Miro. Okay. Juma Miro had just come back from Australia for Commonwealth. But according to me, I had enough training, I'd gone through a lot, and I just expected to reach at least quarterfinals or semi-finals. But due to the preparation and the people who were around me, because I was surrounded with champions, I was working with champions. Even Shadil Musa had moved away from KCCA, and I think he was released. He had returned to his sport. Okay. Now working with champions.
You feel that you're already a champion
yeah,
yourself. Okay.
Exactly. Adam Kasim was our coach. Coach Hussein would try to come, he's also a champion and also a well-known coach. And also Coach Hassan had dedicated his life to me, because most of the people will give you their time if you show them that you are committed, and whatever thing you do, even if you are committed to collecting rubbish, people will give you morale if they see your dedication. Each and everything you're dedicated to, people will find you on your way and boost your morale.
So now, after becoming the champion there, 2019, what was your goal next?
My next goal was Olympics, because they had told us that people who have participated here had to go for Olympics. Now I was always on the door of UBF. Yeah. When are you calling us for Olympics? Yeah, because when I was still young, I think you know one of the boxers called Katongole.
Yeah.
So Katongole, now there was a certain boy who would come at the gym and call me. Because I'm John Katongole, he would call me Katongole, Olympian. Now I never knew what is Olympics. What is Olympian? So I fell in love with that kind of achieving the dream of Olympics.
Okay.
So that's why most of the people call me Olympian. Yeah.
So tell me something about the relationship between a new boxer at East Coast who has to learn to benefit from the guide of East Coast members like Shadio Musa, Adam Kasim, the ones that you call champions.
Yeah.
But at the same time, these are friends and relatives of some of your opponents like Miro. How did they balance the relationship between you and your opponent? And tell us about your face-off with Miro, who had just won bronze.
Yeah, actually, I one time faced him before, and when I faced him, I think even during the sparring, I won't say that, you know, when you try to spar, you get a certain experience that this boy has become strong. I need to work harder. And another thing, it's all about being disciplined. I won't say that I'm very disciplined, but I had to be humble because I was from Mulago, coming to new people.
Okay.
As you've said, the other one is a family.
It's a family, yes.
They always, even you, always favor your family.
Exactly.
But for me, I never looked at that. For me, I looked at them as champions in their own category. For me, I fell in love with their techniques because they were new, and then their dedication to training was new. They would train whoever would come, but I think they saw my commitment. Yeah.
So now going to the Olympics, the qualifiers and what?
Yeah.
What was the nitty-gritty behind that?
It was a challenging moment, very challenging. First of all, we had to go for All African Games before.
Yes.
And they had told us that All African Games is part of the Olympic
qualifiers.
Yeah. I was very ready because I had mastered my opponents. Even at the mention of my name, they would get scared. But before that, when we were for the National Open, they would just stare at me and say, "Is this also an opponent?" Yeah. So
you were talking about the opponents calling you as if you've come to waste idea.
Yeah. But later on, I had mastered them, and then everyone knew. Those people who were following boxing, they knew that I was supposed to be on the team.
Okay.
But
You're talking about the All Africa Games.
yeah.
Okay.
But all of a sudden, they had to choose another person because all these ways are not our ways. Yeah.
Now, you want to tell me there's some politics at UVF?
I won't call it politics, but let me call it experience. According to them, they have termed it as experience.
After becoming the National Open,
Yeah.
which experience they need again?
They say that according to our experience, according to this and that, stamina, techniques, but I think let's go on to another because I may end up offending my friends.
Before we depart from that moment, you said you're already working at a certain company.
Yeah.
And for you to train, you had to, in your words, sidestep.
Yeah.
So these boys went and trained in Luzira prison for 3 months.
I was part of them.
You were part of them. What was the defining moment? Because I don't remember. Who did they choose in your place?
Businji.
Businji champion. Had you faced each other
Actually,
in the elimination?
they wanted us to face each other, but one time they made a mistake and took us for sparring. I was very fit at that moment. I would just jab even if you are over even if you are welterweight, because I was flyweight, I would just jab you and you feel the jab. Because I had to run from Luzira to Nakawa back to Luzira for all that period we were there. So you can see that fitness.
So what happened in the sparring?
In the sparring, I just jabbed him like 3 jabs, and then the coaches were like, if at all we make them to face each other for a fight, maybe we shall be ashamed.
Yeah, because when I look at you and I look at Bosinje, you have a physical advantage over him.
Yeah.
You're tall,
Yeah.
your reach is even longer, even the power.
Yeah.
So basically, the elimination bout was not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it couldn't happen because I was very, very strong and fit.
So you mean Bosinje did not come to Kololo
For the qualifier.
for the elimination?
No.
So he just went.
Yeah, they
just went and.
Yeah.
So were you told about anything about that? That maybe John, this not going to happen because you are taking this and so, or they just selected names?
They couldn't because there was no excuse. There was no reason how you could leave the favorite one, because many people were like, that boy is talented. Whenever we would go with the team, they would praise me, so there's no reason they could.
So what happened on the side of Olympic qualifiers?
Now,
so after the All Africa Games, guys have come back. They say, okay, these are good for Africa Games. They'll go for Olympics. Then, all of a sudden, everything changed through you all signed what that one.
Yeah.
So you went into the qualifiers.
Yeah, I had to come back and train, but it was a very challenging moment to gather yourself up and then come back for training, because even some people like our parents do not know what is boxing. Now they were like, you are wasting out of time. Now you see this and that, and then you have to stay in the same house with him without him or telling you that feeding you, yet you've lost a golden opportunity. You have been promising him that you know what, after this fight, I'm not coming back to you.
The next
And
morning
then you come back.
You call back saying, what, things have turned out differently.
Actually, with your tail in the legs.
So I'm here home.
So it's not good to expect a lot in life. You should expect little. Yeah. When you talk of Olympic qualifiers, I think it is one of the most painful moments in my life.
Not qualifying or
of failure to qualify. Yeah, because it was a very, very painful moment. I just remember after fighting or after boxing, I congratulated myself, and then I was trying to thank my spectators and also people who were supporting me. Then I came back to my corner. Then the referee called us. I was looking down because I knew I was now thinking of my next opponent. Yeah, who is next?
who's next now?
Yeah, and then raising up my head, someone who was in charge of reading out the winner said the winner is in blue corner.
In the blue corner and you're in red corner.
Yeah, I just came closer to the judges and I was like, what? Then I looked up because we are playing from outside. I just got a kind of vision, someone pulling me out of the Olympic plane. Come out.
Like the Luganda slogan,
Vakunyonyi, because we are playing Vakunyonyi off the plane.
Off the plane.
Yeah. Then all the people I had promised that I'm not coming back for work. Now even the
parent.
yeah, for me, according to me, most of the things do not pay me, but the people I have promised, and then the people all around me, what they expect from me, I fear to let people down. Yeah, because some people always text you and say, oh, our champion, now is it? Now you text them that I have left boxing. I had left boxing.
Sure.
Yeah, I went back for work.
After losing the Olympic qualifiers.
Yeah, I went back and told my boss, you know what, I've come back.
And
Now they were telling me, now.
you said you left.
Yeah. So, my fellow workers were like, oh, we thought you are now in
Japan.
What's wrong? Oh, what? You know, it's kind of embarrassing and kind of inferiority. But I had to gather up myself. Now, I had to meet other people who would console me. Everyone who told me about boxing, I would just switch you off.
So you began hating boxing after losing the fight.
Yeah.
Do you think you lost genuinely, or there's some future things which happened around you there?
It was not a genuine decision, because when you look at the record book,
Okay.
the person had wrote that I won 3-0.
3-0, okay.
Yeah, and then all over the sudden they had to fidget. That's the very funny mistake they did.
Okay.
In your record book?
Yeah, unfortunately I never brought it here.
And the record book is like
Yeah,
you won 3-0.
yeah, 3-0.
And then they cancelled it. Then
Yeah.
Oh man.
You see how it's embarrassing. Yeah, and then my eyes went straight to people who were around. This guy of TMT, Sharif Boge, was around. He was also embarrassed about it. Now, boys were like, what? They were attacking the president. Why? But I told them, no. Let's just be calm. I was so touched by some of the boys who told me that we never ate supper because of your fight. Can you imagine someone fails to eat supper, not because he has lost his parent, but because John has lost a fight? I was touched by that much love. Yeah.
This was against Luanga.
Yeah, I've boxed Luanga 3 times, but each time I meet him, I punish him. Not because he's a poor boxer, but because I've mastered the way to punish him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So John, after losing your qualifiers, you were like, hey, I'm quitting boxing.
Yeah.
Then which angel came across into your side to revive your boxing career and say, no, amateur boxing, it's not the end of boxing. Now you're like, no. First, before answering that,
Yeah.
I have my good friend called Ian. How do you meet him, and how do you take Ian to be on your side?
Yeah, actually, each time you are dealing with people, you have to mind about your character and the way you treat them. Because someone who introduced me to Ian was my coach, Coach Hassan. And then I don't know how we met Ian, but Ian would come and train with us at East Coast and would jazz with us. Now, during that moment of going to All African Games, they told us that we need to have passports. So I was like, I don't have any single coin
on me.
for a passport. For me, I was like, the boys were like, go and try coach.
You tried Coach Hassan?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know those boys at the gym, those people have money. Yeah, you can tell them. I went and I told coach. Coach was like, oh, even me, I don't have money. But I think he had Ian's contact and he called Ian. Now, I was going back home, someone calling me, speaking English, very fluent English and at a high speed. I was like, let me first get somewhere and
like
talk to you.
Ferrari, yeah?
It was a Hamilton in a Mercedes.
You know, that commotion at Kamocha, people are walking, now you are listening to a very different language. Yeah, and then yeah, it's good to be generous. Ian told me that we are going to send you this money, but try to make sure I use it for the reason as to why we've given it to you. So I had to go and clear.
You had never met Ian before, or you just seen him as a different person there at the gym?
He would come and train with us. Now, yeah, you know, when you see such colors, you expect a lot from them, but I've always tried to be humble because they speak their own kind of English.
You keep your social distance.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. He would try and come and say, how do you train? Yeah. He was a nice guy because whenever I would come to the gym, he would always interact with boys and have a nice interaction. But now, as to the reason as to why I told you that you have to mind about your characters when you're dealing with people. One time Ian told me that, you know what? Coach told me that you are a very disciplined boy. Yeah. And then I was like, oh yeah, because coach would tell me that sweep the gym after training. Later I have to go back for work. And then I would sweep it very painfully. But you see how it helped me get a good recommendation. Yeah, you have, that's what they call discipline. You do something you don't want, but you do it as if you like it. Okay. Now, coach thought that I was a very nice boy, but I was cursing him.
You still cursing?
No. I was like, coach doesn't know that they need me at work.
Okay.
Yeah, but I enjoyed being with coach because there are moments when he would come. For him, he has finished working. Now he just use stories. You cannot tell him that, coach, I want to go.
I have no time.
Yeah, you have to listen to his stories. Now
and they are old fashioned.
They are same stories each time. Each time he finds you, I was a very good boxer. I was called this name.
But he was just preparing you into the line of becoming a champion.
Yeah, he would tell you that how many hands does Mayweather have? 2. How many eyes? 2. Now why don't you become a champion? Then he comes back Tuesday. How many hands does Mayweather have?
How many eyes? The same story.
Now my bosses are calling at work. I would just sweep them. Yeah, and say. But all along, and all in all, you have to mind about your character and your behavior when you're with people. Yeah.
So you met Ian helped you with your passport and all. So everything is history now, right?
Not history. It's you know.
Future history.
No, you know, life is not a sprint. It is a marathon.
Okay.
It is not a matter of running. Yeah, it's
like
a marathon. Yeah. His journey with me has been a very wonderful journny, and I always try to be sober when I'm dealing with him.
He's not a simple guy to deal with.
Because he keeps each and everything you tell him. he has a very nice memory card.
You change your statement, you go to jail.
So now in that capacity, after losing, you are like boxing her.
Yeah.
I no longer do with boxing. Let me do this. Let me do with boxing. But at one moment you said, okay.
You go to the gym. You find people are training. Now they are ready to go for Morocco and to go for
Senegal and what and what.
And now they are consoling. Yeah, you're a good boxer.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but one thing, Ian invited me to his place.
This place?
During the Christmas party. Yeah. And when I came, I found very many English people around. It boosted my morale.
But you're also kind of
now it's turning up.
No,
not like me.
I think we are like, because he told me that, can you come with your girlfriend? And I had a girlfriend. I was like,
You had
this
one.
may turn me down.
In terms of
Yeah.
terms of English.
No, not in English. You know, these girlfriends, they want people who have money and people are well off. Now, the girlfriend may think that I'm just kidding. Now, he told me, now, okay, you come with your sister. I came with my sister. We are I think we are only 3 black people around. Now I was like, yeah.
Who was the third one?
There was a guy who came. I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, because everyone was new to me and people were like, cheers, cheers. I was like, I just decided to be with my sister. I said, don't leave me, because when you leave me, I will be silent. It's good. Ian is an intelligent man. He would give us company, try to come and speak to us and make us feel home. Now I was like, now I'm in UK. Don't they fight?
Enjoying a fight in
Yeah.
UK.
Just a few meters
we
from
have
Mulago.
lost.
But in UK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Though we have lost that opportunity, each time when come, hey, do you want another soda? Yeah. For me,
You're just like, yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. There's some. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there's some. You can go to the. Oh yeah. So it was a very interesting moment. Now, yeah, that helped me to gather me back. Yeah, you know, at times people commit suicide because when they face certain challenges, yeah, no one to console him. Yeah, but Ian would try to text me, call me, you know, to know my whereabouts and to know my plans. But even before we went to the camp, he took me to a certain restaurant. The other restaurant was very fancy. It was so sophisticated. Everything was new. That kind of
Different environment.
yeah, yeah. You know, that's why I always am proud of boxing, because before eating they gave us towels. Now I was like, what is the use of this towel? And the one who had brought me was moving. Now I was waiting to copy from him. He was not there. Now I was like, the towel was very hot. Now I was like,
How am I going to use this?
yeah. Now until he came, I started copying. You know, it's a kind of. It has been a very wonderful journey with him. And now he went back to UK because he had gone to be operated, but he would keep in touch with me. Hey, and he connected me to a certain friend of his who was running a certain club called Gloves and Glory Boxing Foundation. So it would add me some money. Like each time we went there, 10k, 20k. Yeah.
So you feel like having a different version of life.
Yeah, yeah. It was a kind of making me love boxing again until I started training. Now when this lockdown came in, I say now, what is this?
Lockdown. Lockdown. Everything is at standstill.
Yeah. And now because the president never minded about road work, but later on he said no more road work.
Yes.
Nothing else. But the good thing, Ian contacted me and told me, oh, what is your mobile money number name? I was like, oh, this is I just gave him I was very fast because when someone asks you mobile money, you know what's next. Now he sent me some good money which helped us, our family, keep going.
Okay.
And now he continued telling me, can you come to my place and you keep working out. Now people were very embarrassed about the lockdown, but for me I was like, should
having a new version of
Yeah,
life.
Should be extended.
yeah, may the president continue.
Continue.
Look at you.
Narabox TV, I tell you guys, let me first have a break because John Katongole is making this something very different and enjoyable to watch. Let us come back. Don't go away. Nasa, control so. Okay, mwena abatwala ku Narabox TV nibo bategeeza nti era wange tuli ne champion John Katongole nga tugezaako okuyita mu bulamu bwe bukadde kano tugezaako okutegeeza ensonga ekwatagana ku bikonde bye era wano wetuli abadde atraininga naye mu mbeera eno twagala nnyo okumanya John okusalawo okwenkomerera mu bikonde kuba atasinza okutegeera nga otugamba nti bikonde byali bigaanye you like boxing no longer your life for you so right now atugamba nti version yempya keyingirewo eyokubanga returning profession kintu ekitokubanga nti mukadde kano ogamba a profession boxing is the way to go.
Okusokera ddala mbebaza kuba nti muvuddeyo okujja ne muntuusa ku bantu kubanga abantu abasinga tebamanya kyetukola era abantu bangi bakola ebirungi naye nga abantu babimanyi omukisa guno okutwala okubebaza era nga bwe nabagambye nti nsisinkana omusajja omungege oba omuzungu gwe bayita Ian Payo. Omanyi abazungu abo batunuulira ebintu ebyenjawulo. Ekisookera ddala batunuulira emyaka. Bagamba nti mu gino emyaka onaasobola okukola kyewali okola. Kati nze nganze ali wano eno nyinza okweraba nti nkyali n'amaanyi nsobola okudda ku national team ng'oba ekirooto ky'Olympics. Naye ate buli weeyongera okukuŋŋaana n'abantu abalina ku magezi oba balabyeko asobola okutunula n'agamba gyegino emyaka gy'oli superstar oba gy'oli ku ntikkoyo w'onaasuuliramu bw'oti ojja genda ozuukuka nga bakuyita muzeeyi semberayo tuyitewo semberayo abaana baagala traininga kumbe naawe ze traininga. Yeah, so concerning the area of turning professional, I had a friend called Ian Pan. So for most of the whites and the English people, always focus on the timing and the years and the matter of age. Because when you look at their sports, many of them retire at 40. So he advised me and told me that John, you're at your peak. Make sure if you don't turn professional, you rather go and do other business. You rather go and do farming. Yeah, so I decided to buy his idea. We tried Joy Vegas. Joy Vegas was trying to tell us, you know what, first wait, as we continue focusing on what we are going through the pandemic, I will tell you after the period. And later on, I came and gave him the feedback, and he told me, oh, that's annoying. Omanya abazungu baganya ebintu bitambula. Ayagala manye nemeddwa oba ki. Nemuwa ku namba ya Hanji. Namugamba era ekintu kyekimu. Awo omusajja mbulekagira afuna fan base. Nga wazimba.
Myaka 26 bw'ogattako emira alina gifuuka 3 then when you turn profession
14 mba mpezaana kati mu ngeri eyo ne ŋŋamba ekirowoozo ky'ono omwami kikola kandi tutandika okugoba natuwa enamba ya mwami Uhuru naye nga bamanyi era ajja kugamba kyekimu baagala otaninge ng'olina 40 ng'owezezza 5 days 41 ng'ate olitayari kati mu ngeri ng'eyo ne tugenda ewa Uhuru omanyi bo abazungu akuteekako they want things to happen, so he kept on pressing Uhuru until the moment he connected us to Simon also, and then there's a way he was connected to Mark is in England. Yeah, that's why I told you earlier that whenever you behave well or you have good character, you're always recommended. That's how Mark recommended.
Jackson Mobile.
Yeah, it's Mugwanya.
Yes,
He recommended Nara Promotions.
Wow, Nara Promotions. Yeah.
Nara Promotions.
Okay.
He recommended Nara Promotions.
Okay.
Because he said, for my experience, other people are minded on money making.
Okay.
But Nara Promotions will help you build your boxer.
Yeah. Nara Promotions.
Yeah, it's not all about making nice of you, but
Okay.
as I told you, people will always recommend you.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no need for someone to write for you.
Exactly.
Your only behavior will recommend
So,
you.
Jeffrey, as a professional boxing is different. In very many ways. You go a long distance in the ring. That even means more hard work.
Yeah,
In the gym and on the roads.
exactly.
And whenever you win, that is an income added to your account or account. Whenever you lose, the opposite happens.
Exactly.
And sometimes, unlike in amateur boxing, you don't know your opponent until the bell goes in the ring.
Yeah.
Because at one moment, you will be preparing for Babu. Then Babu catches a fever
Yes.
or COVID-19. Then someone else jumps in on that very night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What goes through your mind for that transition?
Actually, last time I was with you and he was trying to show me my opponents. One of them was Frank. And then I won't talk about the champion because the champion is a champion. But when I reach that moment, I will tell him, come and we have, come and sort out. I need that belt. I think it is 70. Yeah, and the good thing is in Nara. So we shall need to sit on the table whether I go on in another weight category or I tell him please bring my belt. Yeah, it will be a matter of negotiation.
Okay.
So basically, in terms of preparation, what do you think you're going to add into your preparations and to walk that long journey?
Actually, last time I was with Monduga, John,
Yes.
my former coach. He was trying to judge us about professional boxing, and he told us professional boxing is a very dead game. You have to go in and get out, make your money, and come back. So, but I think there's nothing which is going to change, just a matter of focus. Because amateur means you do it with just passion, but here we are going into business. You invest and then you reap. You reap what you sow. Actually, it's a bit challenging because when I close my eyes, I think it's a very different system. Because here, as you said, income generating. It's your boss, it's your passion, it's your hobby. Yeah.
Yes, John, according to you, how do you tend to take professional boxing as a career at the same time as business? How do you tend to gather around that? Because in amateur you play the little as in you meet some rocks, but you could see more.
Yeah.
So in this side, how do you tend to handle that?
Yeah, the good thing I'm with the best with the best team. Actually, I haven't told people that I'm under Nara Promotion. I'm with an experienced guy, not only in boxing but even in other areas. It's called Ian Pine. He has been on my back always. You know, we always talk. I told him that, you know what? If I fail to go to Morocco, I want to turn professional. Kumbe he had kept it in his mind.
Sure.
He told me
He told me this.
what next? Professional. So unlike the other things whereby you just gather about with other people and tell them, you know what, I want to be a champion. Here, there's a team which is going to be on my back and which will keep me going.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So as you're winding up for this show, what's the message to those whom you think they're into the business of boxing and they're your opponents to come?
Yeah, one thing I will borrow Marcos's motto, Makere College School motto. It is be known by works.
Okay.
If there's no need for me to say, oh, Fra, Abdul, wait for me, and then they knock me in first round. So let me work out.
Okay.
I just call upon people to witness my first fight. Promotions will be in touch with me and they will update you about my first fight, and that will be a groundbreaking.
Okay, another promotion viewers, thank you so much. Here we are with the champion himself by the names of John Katongole. He's done professionally. He has gone professionally and now he's under Nara Promotions, as you heard. So Nara Promotions is the entire team. They know how to run business. They know how to fix things for John, the champion himself. Big up Nara Promotions. There we come.